Nerdeen Kiswani from war.
Hello everybody.
Yes.
My name is Nerdeen and I'm from Within Our Lifetime.
Woo! Woo!
We are called Within Our Lifetime because we believe that Palestine will be liberated in our lifetime and our generation will be the one to liberate it.
Yes.
Why are we standing out here today in the freezing cold? We stand here today in defense of our prisoners. We stand here today to defend Sheikh Jarrah, defend Al-Naqab, defend Masafer Yatta, defend the South Hebron Hills, and defend Palestine from the river to the sea. We also rage and mourn our martyrs, and we rage over the martyrdom of our community leader in Palestine, a community leader by the name of Hajj Suleiman Hathalin, 75 years old from Masafer Yatta in the South Hebron Hills, who was killed when occupation forces intentionally ran him over with a truck near his village, leaving him critically injured, eventually succumbing to his injuries weeks later. Allah Yerhamo. Hajj Suleiman Hathalin's village, al-Khair, has been the site of constant raids, house demolitions, and land theft by the occupation, while the nearest settlement continues to expand. He was well known in his community for leading protests against settlement expansion and in defense of Palestinian land. He fought until the very end, regardless of his old age. We have also seen what has happened to the families in Sheikh Jarrah, particularly the Salhiya family, who hours after had their home demolished by occupation forces and had those who were defending it violently assaulted, arrested, and detained, Salhiya was seen raising the victory sign while being transferred to a courthouse. Even after they demolished his house, even after they arrested his family, and even after they arrested him, he was still smiling with the victory sign up. And when you see this sign in Palestine, this is not the peace sign. This is the victory sign, because there is no peace as long as Israel exists. There is no peace as long as Zionism thrives. There is no peace on stolen land, and there will never be peace on stolen land. So with the whole world watching Sheikh Jarrah, our people directly confronting Zionist violence remain steadfast and certain of victory. This is why we rally today in defense of all Palestinians resisting genocide, colonization, and imprisonment, and demand freedom for all Palestinian prisoners, from Ahmed Sadat to Hisham Abu Hawash, to the heroic members of the Salhiya family, to all those resisting ethnic cleansing, from Sheikh Jarrah to Al-Naqab and beyond. The struggle for Palestinian freedom celebrated a victory a few weeks ago, when Palestinian political prisoner Hisham Abu Hawash ended his 141-day hunger strike after securing his freedom and securing his release for February 26th. However, we know that 500 Palestinians remain in administrative detention, and thousands of Palestinians are currently imprisoned or threatened to be imprisoned at any time, not only by the Zionist entity, but even the Palestinian Authority collaborating with the Zionist entity.
Yes.
So we take to the streets today to demand their freedom and let our people in Palestine know that we stand with them. The world is watching and fighting against Zionist oppression. Hundreds of Palestinians right now, Palestinian prisoners, are embarking on a campaign to boycott the Zionist military courts, where they have a conviction rate of over 99%. I want you to all be aware of this boycott and continue to support Palestinians in the coming days, weeks, and until Palestine is free. We must stand strong and firm in support of all our prisoners. And not just our prisoners in Palestine, also our prisoners on this stolen land here. We also stand in solidarity with the Rikers hunger strike. Since January 8th, a group of activists organizing from inside the prison walls on Rikers Island, right here in New York City, began refusing meals provided by the Department of Corrections, launching a hunger strike and protest of worsening conditions and widespread abuse in the jail complex. Much like administrative detention, 90% of the people jailed at Rikers are there pre-trial and have yet to be charged with a crime. The vast majority of them are only incarcerated because they cannot afford bail. We know that under administrative detention in Palestine, Zionists arrest our people without a trial, without even charging them with anything. So we can see the similarities there. And as of this past Tuesday, the hunger strike had grown to an estimated 200 people. One of the largest collective protests in Rikers in recent memory. Following on the heels of multiple victories by Palestinian political prisoners, from Hisham Abu Hawash, Qaid al-Fasfus, Miqdad Qawasmi, Ala al-Araj, who went on a hunger strike in protest of their administrative detention without charge or trial in recent months and secured their freedom, we salute the heroic hunger strikers at Rikers who have taken matters into their own hands to fight for their basic rights. From the U.S. to Palestine, we will be free and we will take back what's ours. Remember that the fight does not end here today. There are all kinds of campaigns that are ongoing in support of the Palestinian liberation struggle, and we invite everyone here to join us for the week of action, which has been going on all week and ends tomorrow, of digital action as we take the Salt and Water Challenge and continue our pressure on the International Committee of the Red Cross and uplift the struggle of prisoners through their cases and demands. So if you go on our Instagram, WOL Palestine, you will find more instructions on how to participate in the Saltwater Challenge. Take a video of yourself doing the Saltwater Challenge in solidarity with Palestinian prisoners and use the hashtags Free Them All, End Administrative Detention, Saltwater Challenge, and Free Palestine. I know not everybody could make it today because of the freezing weather and because of concerns of COVID. But you can do the Saltwater Challenge and invite your friends and family who couldn't make it today to support in the digital week of action to support Palestinian prisoners. I want to thank the organizations that made this possible today, from Samadun Palestinian Prisoner Solidarity Network, who helped coordinate actions internationally for the freedom of Ahmed Sadat, to the Palestinian Youth Movement, who you heard from earlier, Jewish Voice for Peace, and Within Our Lifetime. I know it's freezing cold and we don't want you all to get sick. We want people to go home and continue this action for Palestine. We want people to not let it stop here. We want people to bring Palestine back to your campus, back to your workplace, back to your friend circles, back to wherever you can bring it. Because we cannot only be fighting for Palestine when we witness explicit home demolitions or mortars begin to pile up. We know that this entire time, from May until now, the killing of Palestinians and the demolition of Palestinian homes have not ended. And we should not wait for it to get so dire for us to speak out. So continue to build, get involved, join one of these organizations, join your SJP chapter, and build the movement for Palestinian liberation, not today, but every single day. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Palestine! Bring all flags over here.
انا ليك لا تحلم نحكي حقيقة دقيقة نفهم فيش وقت بضيع زباش بطريقة طليق تفسير على العدل جديد انا جيب بالطور بالعرض وماكينة عريض وغريب من نوعه كمين المخا قصص كل مين باع واختفى صمت الوقت ولا عمره ارتخى يكتم سدر نفط ونظر ألسات على طول بيعرفكم شو دبور على طول وبيقول واو